I think all of us who hold public office have an extremely important privileged position of trust, and in the application of our own acts and laws, regardless of who we are, we have personal accountability for how we administer that.
Any other question? Yes, ma'am.
It's me again. Earlier in the statement, Commissioner, you mentioned that there are certain people who seek to undermine the work that is being done by SARS. I'm trying to read exactly what you said over here. But you are still serving the past regimes, if I may summarize roughly. Yeah. People in and out of the service. What sort of steps have you taken to address that? Because it seems like a very serious thing if it's happening right now, given what the Nugent Commission said, and you insisted on implementing the recommendations of the report, yet you come out today and say there are these forces inside and outside who seem to destabilize the work that you're doing.
Well, so firstly, let me clarify what I said. I said that my sense is that there are still people within SARS and outside of SARS, current and former employees, who still seek to undermine our work, who still serve the corrupt intent, who are still captured. And I say that unequivocally. And I say that because of what I experience. And so what have I experienced? I experienced that I have a confidential conversation in a meeting room with 2 or 3 people, and a few days later I get questions from journalists so specific that they could only have got that by being in the room or somewhere that information have leaked into the public domain. Secondly, go and read the Twitter sphere. And some people, by disguise, under aliases, because they don't have the courage to speak in their own name, they make false claims and accusations. They lie blatantly. And in the way they throw little nuggets of information suggests that they have SARS confidential information. Now, they only get that SARS information because they themselves are current or former employees of SARS, or they have access to current or former employees of SARS. So you don't have to be take much to draw the conclusion that sadly, SARS, as is the case with many other organs of state, still is experienced a pushback, a fight back. But that's common cause. That not everyone is currently supportive of the work against state capture. There are still those who are in denial about it. And I'm very clear that if you're currently in denial about it, you're either complicit or you are ignorant and indifferent about it, that you don't really care. Because this is a matter, Sibongile, that affects you and me and all of us equally. And so it is on that basis that I said I have the sense. Now, who are they? Well, if they use aliases as they do, if they disguise themselves as they do, then it is hard to identify who they are. What I am confident in is that eventually they disclose themselves, they show their own hand, and then the law will take its course.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any other question? If there is no question, any additional question, thank you very much. Thank you for coming through, and thank you, Commissioner, and your team for the clarity that has been provided. The press conference is adjourned. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, at the right time.
All right, that was a briefing by SARS Commissioner Edward Kieswetter, and we'll follow what happens in court very closely.